Welcome back, ladies and gents. Joe from Newcastle Fans TV. A little bit of a season predictor for you. Let's get chatting on this one. Yes. What's happening? Hold on, a little drink of me cuppa. Bit of ASMR for you all there. Right, first order of business. Run the likes up on this one and make sure you get your comments ready for this one. This is a one where I'm actually opening up the floor and telling you, come and disagree with us. Come and shoot us down, or you don't need any encouragement for that, days at this point. I'm doing a bit of a season predictor. Well, look, we're international break right now. It's boring. Everyone's like, yep, we're trying to keep an eye on certain stars. Lee's just put out a video yesterday of reviewing a lot of stars who've been out on international duty, the likes of Valderrama, the likes of Elanga, some of the under-21s. He's got a whole host of about 15 players. So go and check the video out. We'll hide the link up here somewhere up the top for you to kind of have a look at that one. But for me, I want to talk about what we could expect from this season and where personally I see Newcastle going this season. I'm doing one for the men, I'm doing one for the women as well. This one is obviously going to be for the men's team. And look, we're going to start right off the bat. The one that's probably caused with very, very big anxiety over the summer is, by the end of the season, who's going to be our top goal scorer. Now, is this close enough for you, Lee? Am I close enough? Do you want us to be closer? Tell us, ladies and gents. Do you like us this close to the camera? Yes, top goal scorer for Newcastle. Who's it going to be? Look, obviously before the season came about, if we still had Isak, I think everyone would be marking Isak up as top goal scorer, not only for Newcastle United, but probably for the Premier League. Obviously, we had a bit of a dodgy summer and things went on, and instead now we've got £130 million and two most likely top goal scorers in Johan Wissa and Valderrama. Now look, I am very, very, very high on Valderrama. I think he is going to be amazing. I just got this feeling about him. It's the same when you look at when we got Isak, you're like, there's something about this player. He's highly rated. We've paid a big price for him. There's something obviously there. And I think the same is going to be said for Valderrama. I think he's going to end up becoming a magician. I really do. And so far, so good. He looks like he looks a lot more enthusiastic than what many other players we've signed, other than probably Bruno, about joining the club. He's looking like he's really enjoying the culture and such. But he will not be my top goal scorer. I think he's going to be for Newcastle. I think he's going to definitely score over 16 goals this season. I think he's going to be a real star. But I think the competition really, really is Will Asula. No, Asula's not going to be a top goal scorer. I do think it's going to be Johan Wissa. I think Vissa's going to hit the ground running. He's Premier League proven. He just needs better service. And if there's one thing we've seen from the first 3 games, what we've got plenty of is service. We just haven't got someone to finish it. Wissa didn't have as much service, and he wanted to finish plenty goals, and he still finished plenty. So I do think that our top goal scorer this season is going to be Johan Wissa. I think he's going to score easy over 25 goals across all competitions. And if it goes higher than that, I'm absolutely buzzing. If he can hit the stats that Isak did, we've done a good deal at 55 million, I'd say. But yeah, Johan Wissa, ladies and gents, please let us know your top goal scorer. And now the goalkeeper, because when you look at it realistically, it's a hard one to judge. Ramsdale, Pope, who's going to be the one to have the most clean sheets at the end of the season? And I think a better judge is going to be who's going to be the most impactful goalkeeper forward by the end of the season. And I think that's going to be Aaron Ramsdale. Now, the reason being why, and this was one of the things that people spoke to me about why we've got Ramsdale, is he's more of a forward playing keeper. He gets the attack started quick. And I think by the end of January, you're going to see Ramsdale taking that number 1 position as long as he gets an opportunity to jump in between the sticks. I think he's got a very big potential to take the number 1 position from Nick Pope. And I think he's going to be much more impactful than what Nick Pope is. We've all had the complaint about Nick Pope for the longest time now. He can't use his feet, whereas Ramsdale can, but Pope's probably a better catcher. It's a bit of a question. It could go either way. Regardless, look, I think Ramsdale's going to take the number 1 position and end up by the end of the season being we're godly keeper. You know, he's going to be the one we swear by, the one we love, the one we always want starting. And I think he's going to make some impactful plays. Maybe he's even, and I genuinely believe this, maybe he's even getting in a couple of assists on the board by playing the ball up very quickly and getting it straight to the striker who makes a run on and bangs a goal in. Someone like Elanga, someone like Valdemade. I genuinely think they're the goal scorers who come from the back of a Ramsdale goal kick. So yes, that's me top keeper, that's me top striker. Who do I think is going to be the most impactful player at the end of the season as well? And I think, and I'm going to double down on what I said last season, and I think it's going to be the same by the end of this season, we are all going to be singing the name of Sandro Tonali. Sandro, ole, 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 midfield maestro. You know the song. I just think he's grown so much. I think the ban lit a fire under him in which he was like, do you know what? I need to prove my worth to these fans, to this team, to this manager, and he's going to do that, and he's going to hit the ground again this season. He's going to get to play Champions League football this season. He's going to excel. I think Sandro Tonali is potentially going to be one of those players that next summer we struggle to hold on to. And there's going to be bids of daft amounts, 90 millions and that coming in for them, and we've got to try and hold on to him. I hope that Tonali has a lot more loyalty to the badge than he who must not be named, and I think he will as well. I think he knows he owes something to the club, the fans, the manager and his teammates. Hold on, ASMR time. Again, people, please be letting me know your thoughts on this as well. I want to hear everyone's comments because I think everyone's going to have a different opinion on this. So get your comment in. Let us know. I will be interacting with as many as possible where and when I can. And then, obviously, the big ones, how we're going to do in the Champions League, how we're going to do in the cup runs, and how are we going to finish the season out. Do I see us getting another trophy? Honestly, I see we're potentially retaining the Carabao Cup. Yes. I see a very good run in the FA Cup. Yes. Champions League, however, I want to get into the knockout stages this time round. I would love that, and I think it's very important as well to raise that initial prize pool money. However, do I see we're doing it? Why I? And that's not even dumb confidence. That's not even dumb Geordie confidence as we've all got. No, I genuinely think you look at the squad right now. I think we have a good squad who are able to convert and make goals happen. I think we are good at seeing out games as well. So I truly believe that, yes, we will get into the knockout stages of the Champions League. We will see ourselves past, and I think it's going to be a struggle through the 8 games we've got. I do, but I think we're going to impress, and I think we're going to do well. So I think we're going to finish in the knockout stage. I don't say we're going to like any semi-finals or anything like that. I really don't. But as long as we have a good show, and I think we can all be very happy with Newcastle in the Champions League. And I think this is a Champions League run where a lot of players are going to go, do you know what, last time we just give everything we've got because we knew we're back to we're against the wall. I think this time a lot of players are going to go, do you know what it is? Let's knuckle our heads down. Let's do the very best we can, and let's go somewhere in this competition and show the whole of goddamn Europe and the world Newcastle are a big player. We really are. Well, the camera died there. So, where were we? Premier League. Yes, the Premier League. How's it going to go in the Premier League? Well, I think it's going to be another one of those seasons where there is a couple of unlikely teams, if you were to ask one of the big 6 fans, fighting in them top 6 or 7 positions. And I think, once again, it's going to be us and Aston Villa. I think the other 4 teams that are going to fill that position is going to be Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, all fighting for the title. And I do believe Chelsea's going to make a little bit of a resurgence this season and sneak into them top 6 positions. For us, I see us finishing 5th. And I see it being a stronger 5th finish than last season. We had a bit of a scramble at the end of the season, and now we had to quickly forget about the Carabao Cup and give ourselves a bit of a reality check and realise, look, there's still a fight for the top 6 position for the Champions League. You know, everyone was like, we want Champions League, we don't want Europa, we want the Champos, and we got it. And I think it's going to be the same again this season. I do see from the past season going forward, I see us being a regular competitor in the Champions League, which is important. However, like I said before, I would like to get into the knockout stages, raise that prize pot money, you know how it is. So yes, I say we're finishing 5th. I see it being a strong finish. I think before the final couple of games. I think personally the final couple of games will be fighting for a 4th or 3rd finish. Like if you remember a couple of seasons ago when we were up in them top 3 positions fighting, and it was like, yeah, we're getting Champions League, it's coming. I think that's going to be the case again. So obviously, as I've said throughout this whole video, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know your predictions. I want you to tell me who you think your best player on the team is going to be by the end of the season, where we're going to finish in the Premier League. And I don't want you don't have to give us an exact position, 4th, 5th, that's happy with me. Or, well, I think we're going to finish 15th, 16th, Let us know what you think's going to happen. This is very important. We want the interaction of the community to come about more, especially myself. I love the interaction with you guys, for better or worse. It's always entertaining. You always bring great comments, and you always bring some sort of learning for us, which I love. So yes, let us know. What I want to know from you guys is your top goal scorer by the end of the season, your top goalkeeper by the end of the season, which we're not based on clean sheets, we're based on the most impactful, the most important. Your best player by the end of the season, maybe it's the player you think next summer we're going to struggle to hold on to. Mine's Sandro, ole, ole, ole. Where you think we're going to finish in the Cup runs, FA, Carabao, Champions League, and how well we're going to do in the Champions League, and where we are finishing in the Premier League, if I haven't already said that. And as always, make sure you hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe. We love that. It helps the channel a hell of a lot to chuck your likes in. And don't forget, you can become a member on Newcastle Fans TV for only 99 pence a month, where you get entered into a lovely little Discord chat where you get to chat to me and Lee quite often. Although Lee's quite absent in that Discord chat, but I'm popping in every now and then. We're talking to members, having a bit banter, and there's always exclusive content as well. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, top goal scorer, Johan Visa. My top goalkeeper, Ramsdale. My best player of the season, Sandro Tonali. Sandro, ole, ole, ole. We are going to finish 5th. We are going to get into the knockout stages of the Champions League. We are going to retain the Carabao Cup, and we are going to make it to the semi-final of the FA Cup. They are my predictions. Love them or hate them. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Sandro, ole, ole, ole.